So I want to start today by talking about the insane amount of bad pitches that I get. And I know you're getting too. Uh, it just, it, my mind hurts. My brain is actually in pain right now at the amount of people that send random LinkedIn messages, emails, texts, whatever it is, just completely pitching and saying, hey, I provide this service. Can I have 30 minutes of your time to discuss blah, 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 blah? And I want to say to those people, and I'm nice. Look, I'm wearing a t-shirt from Minnesota that says passive aggressive. The Minnesota state motto, if you're not familiar, is this. It's passive aggressive. So I want to be Minnesotan and be passive aggressive and respond in an aggressive way and say, literally, no one wants to meet with you. No one's asking to give up their most valuable asset on earth to talk with you one-on-one. Of course, your most valuable asset on earth is your time and your attention. That is the most valuable thing you have. That's the only thing that's equal for all of humanity across every culture, country, socioeconomic, demographic. The only thing we all have in equal amounts is time. So that, therefore, is the most valuable thing on earth. So when you randomly approach a stranger, think about this. Would you do this on the street? Would you walk up to someone on the street or in a coffee shop, if you were a, say, financial advisor or a business coach or, IT solutions, would you walk up to a random stranger in a coffee shop and be like, hey, I know you don't know me, but can we go over there for 30 minutes and I'm going to talk to you about internet security? You'd be like, you creep, you freak, get away from me. And so what we're really struggling with, and this is something that I see time and time again when it comes to LinkedIn lead generation and sales and cold email and all these different aspects of selling and lead gen and outreach, is we're not treating the other person like a human being. We're literally just seeing them as an email address, a LinkedIn profile URL, a number, a phone number on a text thing. And so therefore we don't care, right? So I think when people are doing that mass in-personal outreach, you don't care how the other person receives your message. You don't know them. You don't care if it bothers them. You don't care if they're having a bad day. You don't care if this is the 78th stupid spam message they got. You don't care if they don't even need your service, right? You're just trying to hit your numbers. You're only thinking about yourself, correct? You're only thinking about, well, I need to do this much, and I know 0.8% of the time it might work and I might get a lead out of it. And I do this all the time I'm looking outside because door-to-door sales guys come to our house a lot. And I'll say to them, I'm like, how many people do you have to interrupt? How many doors do you have to knock on? How many dogs do you have to fend off to get one person to sign up for your pest control solutions, right? And they're all kids. They're all young kids, young guys hustling, between college semesters or summer. And they'll tell me, they'll be like, I know the number. It's 37 doors or 28 doors. And I'm like, how does it feel to know that your company thinks that's the best way on earth to get business? Have they not heard of Facebook ads? Have they not heard of SEO? Have they not heard of Google? Because I say to them, like, most people aren't going to call a pest control company or want your services unless I literally have ants crawling on my desk right now. Like, there's no reason for me just thinking about your product or service to go, you know what? I'm a big preventative pest person. I want to be secure against potential spider invasions. No one's doing that, right? But yet you're knocking on all these doors, and it's the same thing digitally. You're interrupting people, and that's why we get so many snarky responses. And so what I've really discovered, and what I want to write back, and I sometimes do to these people, is not a passive aggressive mean message. Is just, hey, would you like a better way to do this? Like, I realize what you're doing. Like, I got 3 of them this morning. One was about data security, and one was about IT services, and one was about SEO, and one was about this and that and that and that. And I was like, I don't need any of this stuff right now. I didn't ask for it. More importantly, I don't know, like, or trust you. You're a stranger, right? Or people will ask me, can I manage your money? Can I meet with you? I'm like, no, like, you're a random stranger on LinkedIn. I'm not going to trust you. And I'm not going to give you my most valuable thing, which is time. And so what I think, the better way to do this is simply a permission-based approach that offers free content. It's a very simple formula, and it's worked incredibly well for me for the last decade plus, building a 7-figure business completely off strangers from LinkedIn, and more importantly, helping small business owners, coaches, consultants, every walk of life get 5 to 6 figure sales from clients they find on LinkedIn. Again, complete strangers, people have never heard of them. It's a very simple approach. One is you reach out to the exact ideal person who in theory would need your services, because with LinkedIn, I can build a custom list based on job title, industry, profession, type of company, whatever it is. I know on paper, this person in theory might need my services. So that's step one, is you can build a very custom list. It's not walking through a random neighborhood and just hoping anyone and everyone is, might fit your need. It's building a real custom targeted list of people. Now, where a lot of people screw up is the next step, because a lot of people will be like, I have these lists, I can build them all in Sales Navigator, I can buy lists of names. They don't know how to approach, right? And again, I think it's because you're not viewing the other person as a human being. You're just trying to spam them with your calendar link and pray to God someone books. And I think the funny part is too, on the flip side, I hear from a lot of people like, I'm wasting so much time on sales calls. None of these people are qualified. None of them are good leads. I'm so frustrated. And it's funny because, yeah, obviously they're not qualified because they're just random strangers you spammed with your calendar link. You didn't qualify them. You didn't build rapport. You just immediately said, I'll meet with anyone and everyone, right? So part of it is building a little bit of rapport and relationship. So when I reach out to people or I do it for a client, again, I have the targeted list. This is the exact perfect prospect. I will next say to them, hey, are you looking for any free tips on blank? Are you looking how to solve insert a problem? Are you wondering if there's a better way to insert a problem, a benefit that they care about, right? So for example, if I'm approaching a small business owner or a consultant about LinkedIn lead generation, I'm going to say, hey, insert name of person, would you be interested in my best free tips on how small business owners can get more qualified leads from LinkedIn? That's it. One sentence. Literally, would you be interested in my best tips on blank, on how this, how to solve a problem that you care about, how to get a benefit you might want? And what you're doing is you're asking permission, because some people may write back, and they do, and say, I'm already retired. I don't need it. I just got one today from someone on LinkedIn. I actually have too many clients. I'm an accountant. I can't take on any more clients anyway. I don't need help with leads. Great. I didn't waste time. My most valuable thing, which is my time, doing a 30-minute networking call for you to say, I'm busy. I have too many clients. Like literally in 1 second on LinkedIn, they wrote back, I can take them off my list. They're not a lead. They're not a prospect. They're not qualified. They don't have the need. It's the same thing as if you could just walk around and see in all the different houses, if you're doing pest control, which ones have spiders crawling up and down the walls, which one have ant infestations. It'd be a lot easier just to say, knock on the door and go, hey, are you having any problems with bugs? Nope. Okay, next door, right? 5 seconds, and that's what you can do on LinkedIn with these permission-based messages. But notice the second nuanced part of it is you're asking permission, but you're also offering something of value. You're offering something free, no strings attached. Would you like my best tips on blank? Would you like a free digital copy of my book, my best-selling book on X? Would you like a tutorial I put together specifically for accountants on blank? Would you like my best tips on how to leverage AI as a small business owner to streamline your financial processes? Would you be interested in a walkthrough video I put together specifically for attorneys on how to generate leads on LinkedIn? See how specific those are, see how nuanced they are, see how niched they are. And that's what really works well, is you go to that specific person, and the more you can put yourself into their mind of what they want, what they care about, then you can reverse engineer your offer. And your offer in the beginning is not your calendar. It's not trying to get them just to start talking to you. It's not cold calling. It's not harassing them. It's, are you even interested in this topic? Is this a problem? Is this a benefit you want to research? Is this a need? If it is, I've actually put together a great resource for free that will help you in that area. And the key thing is, this is where if they say yes, now you know they're qualified because they've said they have this issue, this pain point. They are curious about solving this problem. So they're a qualified lead. They fit your exact criteria of the type of person you'd want to work with, because you can build those lists on LinkedIn. Now you get to build rapport, because your content can be currency. So the ebook you deliver, the walkthrough video, the tutorial, the guide, the tips, the blog post, the article, the podcast episode, whatever it is, it can provide value. It can get them quick wins. It can demonstrate your expertise. So you actually show them you're an expert. You show them you're good at what you're doing, and you put your personality into it. Because if you're creating the content, You can, especially if it's video, audio, even if it's an ebook, you can put photos of yourself in there. You can tell your story. You can help them get to know, like, and trust you based on your journey, your story, what you've done. And I've seen this work time and time and time and time and time again, as far as taking a cold random stranger on LinkedIn, warming them up, cultivating some rapport, then moving them into a sales conversation. So, simple example is I can say, hey, are you looking for free tips on how to have a more client attracting LinkedIn profile? If they say yes, I send them a free fill in the blank template called the Ultimate LinkedIn Profile Template. Then I follow up, right? The fortunes in the follow up. Hey, did you get the template? Okay, yeah, I'm going to look at it over the weekend. I will follow up Monday and say, hey, did you have a chance to check out the template, or did football get in the way? Haha, who's your favorite team, right? Be personal, be fun. They might say, oh, I didn't get to it yet. I'm going to check it out this week. Well, I'll follow up again. Because once they go through it, if they find value and if they see they can get some quick wins, then they're going to tell you that. They're going to go, yeah, it was really good. And then I'll say, great, well, it resonated. Well, I really like the part about changing your headline. That was such a challenge for me. I liked your simple formula for a LinkedIn headline, which was service I provide for a target audience. That's great. I put it in. I'm super excited now. Great. Well, are there any other areas you're looking for tips on? Yeah. Do you help with blah, 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 blah? Sure. I've worked with people just like you. In fact, if it's easier, why don't we hop on a call and I can show you more, right? All of a sudden you're moving into a sales conversation where they're already warmed up to you. They've seen you show and demonstrate expertise, which is different than 99% of people marketing online. 99% of what people are sending online is, I can help you. I'm the best at this. I'm the guru. I'm the ninja. Just believe me and get on the phone with me and I'll tell you how great I can help you. It's much different when you show someone. It's like saying, I'm the world's greatest teacher, but never stepping in a classroom. You can say you're the world's greatest teacher, but if I don't see you teach, I don't really believe it. Correct? Like, I need to see you in action. Or if you say, I'm the world's greatest baseball player, just put me on your team and give me $1 million contract, they're not going to do that. They're going to be like, you need a tryout. We want to see you actually throw the ball and hit the ball. It's the same idea with business. Just because you say you're great, or even if you have all these accolades, which, by the way, can all be made up, correct? You can buy publicity, you can buy testimonials, you can buy fake media accolades. I've talked about that on other episodes. You can buy all that and fake it. The proof is in actually showing what you're doing. So I can say I'm the world's greatest LinkedIn lead generation expert. I can point you to my website. I've got scores of testimonials from real people that you can verify. But it's not going to matter to you unless you look at my content or go through my book and go, oh, yeah, that's really good. Like, that tip's really smart. I didn't think of that. Or, aha, that's a great win, a great tip. Then all of a sudden you're like, okay, Nemo actually knows what he's doing. Like, this is really good stuff. I can't believe he's just giving this away. Like, if this is his free tips, I wonder what it would be like to work with him and have his team do it for me. And I wonder what his paid courses are like if the free stuff is this good. And so it's just a very simple way to get the results that you want and to stop wasting your own time. Again, I'm not expecting us as human beings to all of a sudden not be selfish, because we are wired that way. Dale Carnegie, the book I built my whole business on, is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And he wrote this in 1936. And it's more true than ever today because human beings have not changed. And the one line from that book that I repeat all the time that I literally built my whole business on is, your ideal prospects do not care about you. They do not care about me. People only care about themselves, morning, noon, and after supper. So I'm not expecting you to sit here and go, yeah, all of a sudden I'm going to care about what other people think and change all my marketing and outreach. Instead, just be selfish and care about what you think. You want more clients, you want more money, you want more revenue. Do the things I'm talking about and you'll get it. So selfishly for yourself, start caring about what other people think. Start positioning it in a different way, how you can help them. Start demonstrating expertise. You don't have to do it because you want to be Mother Teresa and help others. You can do it because that's how you're going to win business and get leads. Like, if that's what it takes for you to shift, then do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard because I've heard this so many times from people like Zig Ziglar and Dale Carnegie, and it never really registered with me. About Zig Ziglar had this great line: you can get anything you want out of life. He had the Southern accent, but he said, you can get anything you want out of life if you help enough other people get what they want out of life. I was like, well, that just sounds like great homespun wisdom, from Zig Ziglar, but what does that actually mean? Right? I can help people. I can get whatever I want, but I have to help other people get what they want. Well, what does that mean? Well, here's a practical way. Go on LinkedIn and say to them, hey, do you want more leads from LinkedIn? If so, I can help you do that with this free content. not asking you to get on the phone, not asking you to trust me, not asking you to give me money. Just take a look at what I put together. It's yours. Like, I literally just had a sales call today with someone where I laid out a whole strategy for the person for a done for you level service. And I said, if I'm you outside looking in, I'm going to demonstrate expertise on this call. Here's the LinkedIn strategy I think you should use. Here's what makes you, the prospect, unique, different, and better than the competition. Here's the content I would create. Here's what resonates from your story that would really be good in an ebook. Here's your target audience and where you've had success. And I would hyper niche your profile in these ways, which it isn't yet. And here's this and here's that. And then I would book you on these podcasts in this space. And at the end of the day, we didn't end up consummating a deal for a bunch of different reasons. But I said to the person, like, well, it doesn't look like we have a connection. It doesn't look like we're aligned as far as, the service and all the different things. I said, but steal the strategy. Like, you just talked to me for 30, 40 minutes, steal all that and do it. Like, I'm like, even if you don't work with me, that strategy will work for you. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, because again, I was trying to demonstrate expertise on the call. Instead of me just saying, I can get a million leads on LinkedIn, you're going to make money, blah, 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 blah. I think they need to see me go, well, how? Okay, well, looking at your situation, and your favorite topic on earth, of course, is yourself. If you're the prospect, here's what's unique about you. Here's what's better about you. Here's your target audience. Here's what's going to resonate with them. Here's how I would put you through LinkedIn and through content to really stand out from the crowd. So again, all this to say, if you're doing the spamming and you're getting frustrated with it, this is why. It's just not going to work. So even selfishly, try this new approach, permission-based, offer something of value for free, make sure that free thing that you give people demonstrates expertise, actually shows them how to get a quick win, and puts your personality in. Because again, the more of your content they go through, the more they in depth they fall into your little world of tips and ideas. Don't have it be a commodity. Have it be your personality and the strategy, because otherwise you're just a commodity and they're never going to buy. People are going to buy based on emotion. They're going to buy based on connection with you, not just are your tips good, right? At the end of the day, they can find all the tips on Google. It's going to be, who do I feel a connection with? Who do I enjoy listening to? It's like teaching. Who's my favorite teacher? Well, why? Well, they're teaching the same subject as the other history professor, but I like this teacher more because they're funny. They tell better stories. They're engaging. I like their journey. It's the same thing with business. So there you go. I fixed everything for you. Appreciate you watching and listening, and we'll see you soon on another episode.